Level 1. Jahannam. The uppermost level of hell in Islam is reserved for Muslims who committed serious sins but still held monotheistic beliefs. This level has the least intense heat compared to the others, however the sinners' faces are burned as they enter, then they continue their journey. Because this layer is divided into 14 mansions, each punishing different sins. The first mansion is an ocean of fire with cities and coffins filled with tyrants tormented by snakes and scorpions. In the second one are the greedy and deceitful, those who misused their entrusted responsibilities and stole inheritances meant for others. They are poked with red-hot forks and serpents enter their mouths to devour them from within. Further down, liars hang by their tongues, lacerating their faces with nails of copper, and shameless women are suspended by the hair they once exposed for men to see. Those who neglected prayers are transformed into dog-headed monsters and fed to serpents, while adulterers burn in furnaces. Remember, we are still in the first layer here. In the next mansion, demons quench the unending thirst of drunkards with cups of liquid fire that burns their entrails. Even lower, hired mourners and professional female singers are suspended upside down, crying out in agony while demons slice their tongues with searing shears. Even further, unfaithful wives hang by their exposed parts, and those who fail to keep their word are shackled in collars of fire. On the lowest mansion of the first story, murderers are endlessly stabbed by demons, and those who didn't pray at all are crucified on burning pillars, flames consuming their flesh. This level is generally understood as a wake-up call, a place where punishments are harsh but potentially temporary. Many scholars suggest that some sinners may eventually be cleansed of their sins and even move to paradise. Level 2, al-Laza or Ladah. This level is designated for those humans and jinn who did not believe in Allah, rejected the messages of Prophet Muhammad, and refused to acknowledge him and other prophets like Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, and Nuh as messengers of Allah. Some records suggest that it may also serve as a punishment for Jews who do not accept Islamic teachings. The punishment here is particularly horrific. Flames consume the body's organs from the inside out, ensuring a slow and agonizing destruction. The fire on this level is described as having a unique, suffocating quality, representing not just physical pain but also the spiritual despair of those who turned away from divine guidance. The experience is so intense that it's said the flames scream with the voices of the damned. Level 3, Saqar. People find themselves here for several reasons. They neglected their prayers, failed to provide food for the poor or those in need, wasted their time speaking nonsense, followed injustice and falsehood, or they denied the existence of the day of reward and resurrection. In some records, this level is also known as the scorching fire, especially for the Zoroastrians. Apostates, those who renounce their faith after believing, are also believed to be punished here. They are considered severe sinners in Islam because abandoning faith is seen as turning away from the truth after fully knowing it, a deep betrayal not just to Allah but to the community of believers. In this level, it is said the fire punishes the sinners by consuming their flesh while leaving their bones intact. This selective burning creates a cycle of ongoing pain as the sinners' bodies continually regenerate their flesh, allowing the fire to consume them repeatedly. This punishment reflects the Quranic concept that sinners in hell endure prolonged agony without the relief of death. Level 4, Al-Hutamah. This level is for those who consumed wealth through falsehood and caused communal strife. Those condemned here are seen as individuals who prioritize material wealth over moral integrity, ultimately leading to social discord and injustice. In Islamic teachings, the act of hoarding wealth and causing division is viewed as a betrayal of communal responsibility. This level serves as a reminder that wealth should be used to uplift communities rather than destroy them. In some records, this level is also referred to as the consuming fire dedicated to Christians. The fire in Al-Hutamah is believed to burn sinners to the bone, igniting from their feet and rising to their hearts. Their suffering is so intense that they will cry until their tear glands dry up and their blood runs out. It's said their tears will accumulate to such an extent that a ship could easily sail on the pool of their tears. The sinner's intense suffering experienced here reflects the deeper, spiritual anguish of being disconnected from divine guidance and community welfare. Their ocean of tears symbolizes a profound sense of loss, not just wealth, but of the relationships and community ties they neglected. Level 5, Jaheem, also called the hot place, is described as a big piece of hot coal, even larger than the lowest level. This level is primarily reserved for witches, who in Islam are believed to engage in practices that invoke evil spirits or harm others through sorcery. Their actions are seen as a direct defiance of God's will, leading to their severe punishment. Fortune tellers also find themselves in Jaheem. They claim to predict the future or reveal hidden knowledge, which goes against the Islamic belief that only Allah possesses such knowledge. By attempting to usurp divine authority, they are guilty of shirk, or associating partners with God. Idolaters, those who worship idols or false gods instead of the one true God, are punished here as well. Idol worship is regarded as a serious sin in Islam, as it involves attributing divine qualities to created beings or objects. Other sinners are thrown into Jaheem for several reasons. They failed to maintain correct beliefs about Allah, mistreated others or engaged in unjust behavior, and did not encourage others to help the poor. The punishments in Jaheem are particularly severe. One notable torment is the Tree of Zakum, a cursed tree that grows from the depths of hellfire. Its fruit stalks resemble the heads of devils, and those condemned to this level will be forced to eat from it, causing immense pain as they will fill their bellies with fire. On top of that, they will be made to drink oozing pus, which they can barely swallow. Their punishment extends to being seared on their foreheads, flanks, and backs. Level 6, Saeer, the 6th level, also known as the Flame, punishes those who stubbornly rejected the truth in disbelief, such as the Sabaeans, an ancient South Arabian group who founded the kingdom of Sheba in what is now Yemen. It's also reserved for people who not only denied the truth but led others astray in the process. Those who exploited and consumed the wealth of orphans unjustly are here too, as Islam strictly commands the protection and fair treatment of orphans. Saeer is described as an intense, ceaselessly burning landscape featuring 300 forts, each containing 300 huts and rooms. Every room holds a variety of 300 tortures, which include torment from scorpions, snakes, or people being strapped to chains and slowly ripped apart. The agony inflicted here is said to be beyond any worldly pain. This level is particularly harsh for the most dangerous liars, those who spread grievous lies such as denying Allah's existence or fabricating divine revelations which are seen as leading others to destruction. Here their faces are peeled away repeatedly as part of their suffering. In the depths of Saeer lies the pit of agony, a space reserved for the most excruciating punishment in all of hell. Level 7, Al-Hawwiyah, known as the Abyss, is the deepest, most torturous level of hell in Muslim belief, reserved for those who embodied severe hypocrisy, disbelief, slander, and pride. Here, darkness holds dominion, black as death. It is said that no sinner will ever be freed from this level. Whenever they try to escape hell out of desperation, they are forced back into it. Hypocritical preachers, backbiters, slanderers, and disbelievers receive specific punishments here before joining the rest of the sinners. The hypocrites here aren't just casual liars. They are people who outwardly pretended to follow Islam while secretly rejecting its beliefs. Hypocritical preachers who misled others suffer by having their lips sheared off with fiery scissors, symbolizing the lies they once spread. Backbiters backbiters and slanderers, those who talk maliciously about others behind their backs or falsely accuse, often causing social harm or corruption within communities, are forced to claw at their faces and necks with metal hooks, symbolizing how their words tore into others. The most severe punishments are reserved for those who outright reject or even mock Allah and His prophets. For them, garments of fire are forged, boiling water is poured over their heads, melting everything within, and beatings with iron maces await them. After all this anguish, all the sinners join the prideful for their final punishment. Each sinner is then crushed under heavy mountains while lying on their faces. Their hands are bound to their necks and their necks to their legs. Then the angels of hell will stand on them and beat the sinners with their bare hands of iron continuously. At the very end, Al-Hawwiyah's flames engulf each sinner as tightly as a mother's embrace, capturing them in an inescapable, smothering fire. Subscribe for more videos and check out my channel for more religion videos and other topics.